Hello class 11th. So today we are going to discuss the addition of vectors by the analytical method. So before this we have an idea and a prerequisite knowledge of what is vector, what is the different kinds of vectors and how to do the addition of vector by using the graphical method. But if we talk about the graphical method, then there are several limitation of it, that of drawing a vectors that are very large. So in that case we can use the analytical method. The analytical method means that is a direct formula to calculate our addition of the vector or finding the resultant of those two vectors. Okay, but again this is valid only for the two vectors formula only. We can only use the two vectors to calculate the resultant of the two vectors. Okay, so I am taking vector a, let's call this as vector a, this is our vector b, and I have connected it end to tail with the method. Okay, and what we take the theta between the two vectors as angle theta. Okay, so I am extending this line and taking theta. Do not confuse to take the angle theta in this side. Why? Because whenever we take angle, we first draw the x-axis and then we take the angle from that side, that is anti-clockwise. So do not take the angle at this side. Okay, now according to the graphical addition, if these are two vectors, then a third connecting side will give us what? That is known as the resultant of the two vectors. So this is our resultant, that is given by the addition of a plus b. Okay, this is resultant, that is a plus b. So now we will see how to derive the formula way that to calculate the resultant. So I have extended already this a side, okay, and this is our b side. So now I am going to just let's write the points, that what are the corners. Let's call this o, p, m and n. Okay, now what we can see that the OM and this MN is forming a triangle, forming a right angle triangle. Okay, so if I want to write this ON, so by using Pythagoras theorem, I can write ON square is equal to what? OM square plus NM square. Okay, that I am writing with the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, now what we can see that this OM is what? That is OP plus PM whole square. I can write this OM in these two constituent sides, plus what is NM? NM is okay, that is NM square, and now it is ON square. Okay, now the problem is that we don't know the value of PM. We know the value of OP, but we don't know the value of PM. Okay, so what we'll use? We will use a simple trigonometric function to calculate the PM. So let us see here that what I can write OM as OP. So OP is A, and let's write what is PM. Okay, so you can see that in this triangle, that is PMN, I can take the ratio, that is cos theta, which is equal to what? That is PM upon PM. Why I am taking only cos theta? Because I know the B and I want to know the PM. I do not know the vertical axis, so that's why I haven't used any other formula. I used cos theta. Okay, so just use the cos theta, and that is equal to what? Your PM will get Pn cos theta. And what is our Pn? That is B cos theta. So Pn is the side, that is B. Okay, so just put it here. So our PM we have got B cos theta, which is the complete value of our own. So no problem in that. Now we got the value. Now let's talk about NM. NM is again unknown to us. Okay, so if you again see this triangle, so I want to know MN and I already know the PN. So I can use a sine theta here. Okay, so what I can use, a sine theta will equal to what? Perpendicular, that is MN, and base, what it is, sorry, not base, that is hypotenuse, that is equal to B. Okay, so this Mn will again, we will get Mn will equal to B sine theta. So again we got both the values that we required, and now we'll put again in our Pythagoras equation. Okay, so just put it here, that is value of ON equal to, now this OP plus PM, I will write it as A plus B cos theta whole square plus What is the value of nm? That is b sine theta whole square. Now just expand all the terms. What you will get? A square plus b cos theta whole square plus 2ab cos theta, okay, and then b sine theta whole square. Now you can see that this is b square sine square cos square theta, and this is b square sine square theta. So we know already that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So I can take the b common and write it as a square plus b square now this value will become 1, that we already know the formula. So it will become a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, okay, and this is equal to what? This is our resultant side, that is on, and this can be written as r, okay, that is r square. So if we just want the value of r, so just square it out on the right side. So this will become a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Now one thing you always remember, that this is also the magnitude, that is we are calculating the magnitude of our r. A is also used, b is also used. So all things are that are written here are only magnitude. There will be no negative sign because of a and b, because we are just taking this. A is what? This a is our magnitude of a, and b is what? That is magnitude of b. So if your b is in the negative direction, so do not take minus sign, because that is just the magnitude. All your negative direction will already cover in this theta part, okay. Now let us see that what can be the possible values of theta that can influence our resultant. So the first thing is, if the theta is equal to 0 degree, that means both a and b are acting parallel to each other, okay. So let's call this is our b vector, this is our a vector. So what will happen to the formula? We can see that is r is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, and this cos 0 will become 1, and thus you can get the value, that is a plus b whole square under root, which is equal to a plus b. So this is the maximum value of resultant that you can get because of the two vectors, that is at 0 degree to each other, okay. Similarly, if I write that both vectors a and b are acting at 180 degree, that is opposite to each other, okay. So what will happen in that time? Your cos theta will become 180 degree, and that value is minus. So that will become what? A square plus b square minus 2ab under root, that is equal to a minus b, which is the minimum value of your two vectors when they are acting at 180 degree, okay. So this formula is very important. When you have two vectors, magnitude and the angle between them, you can easily calculate the magnitude of your resultant, okay. So thank you everyone.